here we are. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
You got it. Go on.
Is
Hello,
that,
Grandpa.
is that what happened just now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. Welcome to Hal G&D, a 5th edition homebrew campaign setting / homebrew game / weird story about flowers and ancient mages and those who are discovering a lot about them. I am RJ, the Game Master or Dungeon Master, and if anyone's watching this past, present, or future, please, first of all, thank you, and second of all, follow and subscribe.
You got it.
There you go.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
My confidence is tremendous. So, these are our lovely players for the game. Who are all of you?
Hi, I'm Louis. My character's about to die. His name is Ryan, the human Moonlight Fighter Artificer.
It's a very long name.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Faye. I used to play Faye, the half-elf warlock sorceress. We will find out who I'm playing next week, because she gonna die.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I think I'm the only one that's not freaking the hell out until we actually start rolling the dice. I don't know. I just don't see a point. I play Mickey, an ASMR Warlock Cleric. That's it. That's what I got.
I'm Kira. I'm very stressed out, but my character Hush does not give a damn. She's gonna do great. She is an arcane trickster rogue, Tabaxi.
Hello, I am Micah. I have learned not to catch things with my face. Luckily, my character Quinn is much more graceful and dexterous than I am, so we'll be fine.
Oh, I don't know why that got me so bad.
I don't know either, but I'm glad it did.
All right, so just to give context to all of the dread that's happening, after a long seeds planted alluding toward this lair of the Iris Queen, the party has found themselves in a conversation with a beholder. Kira, would you like to give an official recap?
Yes, sir. Last week, we were given a key to the observatory so that we can return whenever we want. We successfully disassembled parts of the puzzle outside the gates into the veins of Ikarn and set off along the promenade, seeing footsteps in the sand that we can assume belong to the cultists we faced the night before. There are some other prints there, but we're not entirely sure where they're coming from. We arrive at an island that we'd used a half-digested map to get to, and we found a tree. Faye turns Hush into Shush with the reduce spell so that she can grab the lens of the construct that the map briefly described. And upon doing so, we piss off this tree. It tells us that it refuses to give us a lens until we are able to, unless we're affiliated with the cultivators. And they protect the lens from the acolytes of Tenris, and Sandra May was the cultivator who planted the tree in the first place. Miki has now christened this tree with the name Charlie? Was it Charlie? No, Chester. It was Chester. So he's touching the tree, and I guess he's kind of gone now since his purpose has been fulfilled. Another map of a ruined cathedral of a city we have never seen before was procured. We were talking about a cathedral that might be consistent with the architecture of Windermere or Feddersen. And we make camp for the night, crafting as we carefully keep an eye on the stream of smoke appearing some distance away. Quinn receives a darling portrait from Miki, depicting her in a scene of warm serenity, like a young spring's day, as she's kicking some poor man's ass and chest. Ryan has a dream of a younger age, rowing on a lily pad canoe toward the moon, guided by the roar of a large creature diving into the clouds. We then travel a bit more and discover that someone has been casting a spell of scrying on us, centered on Quinn. Miki dispels it after Faye takes a chance to communicate with the caster in as diplomatic a way as possible. And after another night of crafting, Miki is greeted by Velana in a dream. They talk about the Iris Queen, how she used Greece as a means to an end to achieve life beyond death. And then we finally make it there. We are able to speak with Captain Qatar. He's this really cool centaur dude. We find out that Markaf, the Rakshasa that we faced the night before, and his station had been cut down due to his failure to procure the flower. Miki suspects that the Iris Queen is letting on more than what she's saying. And we are shown through an elevator and descending to the Iris Queen's chamber. She thanks us for having brought the flower to her as she descends, revealing herself to be a beholder, encircled by a bed of yellow irises as she awaits her prize.
Excellent. So, as you sit here, standing within the lair of the Iris Queen, as I described before, there are the 10 rivers that lead to the central pool, where there's a single planter awaiting what you assume to be the chrysanthemum that you carry. The Iris Queen kind of plops her huge, fleshy, spherical body down onto a throne, and she says, "Chrysanthemum bearers, thank you for bringing your bounty to me. We should have a conversation about your tribute to my majesty."
I'm going to kind of look over at everyone and like make eye contact with Quinn and send her a telepathic message that says, "What the hell is that?"
Quinn, you hear nothing in your head.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for Quinn's reply and suddenly realizing, okay. Yes, we should have a conversation. Thank you for having us, Your Majesty.
It's my pleasure to welcome such heroic spirits into my nest.
I suppose I'll just get down to brass tacks. Does the name Tenris mean anything to you?
Tenris was a cultivator of a bygone age. He and the others found a way to imbue their flowers with potent magical ability beyond what all others are capable. All others except for, of course, me.
And you're not... I don't mean to make assumptions, but you're not working with him. I know he's currently trying to, we're not sure, rule the world, destroy the world, and we're hoping you're not working with him.
I assure you my majesty is separate and greater. Could be greater.
Insight check.
Sure. Roll an insight check.
17.
17. You get the sense that she has an ego. And her ego is not to be in line or under the influence of anyone else. She does not want to be affiliated with Tenris. Judging by context clues, Faye would realize that the Iris Queen might be a little bit jealous of what the cultivators were able to achieve with their flowers. It also makes sense for the unfinished, failed experiments of irises that you found on the surface of Shade Nest.
And I'll kind of just look around at the rest of the group, being like, anyone? They could just like, anyone else gonna chime in? Does anyone else have questions?
Sure, you're aware of the things that have been happening out in the world with Tenris and what he's been trying to do. So you understand it's difficult for us to give away anything that might help us defeat him. Could you help explain to us what you would use this for?
Make a persuasion check.
Mm.
Persuasion is... Oh, okay. I'm pretty good at that. Okay, yeah, 22.
22.
Damn.
Yeah, roll a 17.
The original... I can hear a dog drinking
Yeah, I
water.
know.
It's so adorable.
Slurp, slurp.
These streams are so loud today.
The original people that I've commissioned to what are you eating? To try to collect the chrysanthemums had failed in their quest. Alas, I am strong beyond most, but I would still need two, and yet the tiefling girl did not return and chose not to come.
Mickey perks.
I would
up at
need
that.
one. Mickey, what?
She perks up at that. Kind of glares.
One I must use to buy myself more time. Being of one born of nightmare, I am aware that nightmares must come to an end. But I cannot come to an end. I must remain, and thus is the purpose of the first chrysanthemum. In my years of dutiful experiments, I have tried to make flowers of my own. I would need a second chrysanthemum to reverse engineer.
What was your intention with the irises? What kind of magic and power were you intending to instill into those that might be different from the others?
All of it, my dear child.
Are you trying to culminate all the power from all the flowers into just the iris?
I'm trying to make a new power. A power built of the aberrant energy that has created me so long ago.
And this is the only means by which you can achieve that.
Do you have another suggestion?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure.
Excuse me. It's gonna be a 19. No, 18.
18. At school, you learned that there were spells that were mighty beyond all but could cause severe trauma to a person who had attempted to cast it, and the only thing that you think could be comparable to the power of one of the Sage Garden flowers would be a wish spell.
my studies, extensive as they are, there is one particular spell that I've heard of that is capable of achieving the things that you'd like without using this chrysanthemum. I'm trying to propose an alternative to your plans so as not to use this resources, as it's a really precious one, as I'm sure you're fully aware.
So you have brought me a wish then?
I have not brought you a wish, but would it be on the table to help you procure one as opposed to using a chrysanthemum?
Make a persuasion check.
While she's doing that, RJ, can I just like glance down at my hip? Is Dream still at my hip?
Currently, no.
Okay.
10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, little one. I don't deal in maybes. You have already a resource that I wish for greatly. You do not have a wish to give. The prospect of one is not good enough, my darling.
Are you even sure that a deep chrysanthemum will help you? Or is that just another one of your hypotheses that you're really putting a lot of your eggs in a basket to figure out? Or to hope it will succeed? With all due respect.
This one will help buy me all the time I need. I will sink my form into the pool and drink of its bounty, and then I will become eternal. I will become the nightmare that continues on.
And when you say eternal, the eternal queen of Shade Nest, or does one as beautiful as yourself have more far-reaching goals?
There is beauty in nightmares. I should know since I was born from them. It would be so beautiful if all was born from those nightmares.
When you say you don't, I know it's possible to grow more chrysanthemums. Would it be an acceptable trade or gift for us to gift you chrysanthemum seeds so that we can keep the flower and you can grow more? We know they grow. We've planted some in the veins of the Karn.
You'll have more success and more room for trial and error if you have a bounty of flowers as opposed to just one.
Plus, there would be nothing more beautiful than a flower that you had created yourself.
Ooh,
Yes!
Ooh.
good job, Louis.
Two of you may roll a persuasion check.
Got it.
Hold
Woo.
on. I'll roll. What's my persuasion?
That would be a 27.
Let's go!
14.
Good enough!
How can you be sure that the seed would grow into the flower that you of a similar power to what you carry?
With enough love and attention, it will. Power comes from a seed.
So one of you with experience with the flower would stay to tend it.
We can give you a detailed step-by-step process on how you can do this yourself. I would hate for any of us to be able to have any room to take credit for something that is absolutely your doing.
We do know a garden tender. Can we get two in on the horn?
Ring, ring, hello?
Cell phones
You're
don't work
busy
down
doing-
here.
Just a moment while I think. Plant a seed within the planter I have created.
Will I be allowed to use the Druidcraft spell to help you begin the process?
Make a persuasion check.
12.
12. No magic is welcome under my gaze.
Very well. Let me inform you that such a spell would be useful, should you wish to grow it properly.
Mhm.
Would it be possible to, just to facilitate this process, would it be possible to take some of the soil from the planter, have Ryan handle this magically, and then return it under the watchful care of your captain?
I'm sorry, what was the full question there?
Could we take some soil from the planter, have Ryan handle his business while we're being supervised by the captain, bring it right back? No problems, we got a bud.
I'm sorry, little one. You don't seem to understand the first time. You all are not leaving here with something to give, and you're certainly not taking from my nest.
We will plant the seed. I have told you how to cultivate it. Keep it watered, keep it druid crafted, and it will grow into a beautiful chrysanthemum just for you.
I'll step forward a little bit, kind of nod over to the planter.
I'll take
If
a
I
seed.
may.
Oh,
I'm going to say I have seeds already pulled out.
okay.
You have pulled the seed from this chrysanthemum and you're approaching the pool.
So I have already. I'd gotten a few seeds from the chrysanthemums when we had pulled them from the veins of Akarn. So I'm going to go over to the planter and I'm going to pull out a seed. Because I also have seeds from the daisy. So I'm going to plant a daisy seed
Okay.
in the planter.
Make a sleight of hand check.
All right.
And thus was initiative rolled.
I mean, it's a seed. It just looks like a seed. 19.
Holy shit.
I already have all the seeds pulled out, so they're just in my bag.
Okay. As you approach and pull the seed, you see the 10 tendril-like eyes turning to look and watching you carefully. You pull your bag out and reach in and pull up a seed and kind of roll your fingers to switch it with a different one. And as you plant it in the garden, or in the, sorry, let me get back to the map. You first have to wade across like 5 feet in the pool so you can move yourself to that point. You are accompanied by Kitar. And As you plant it, cover it with soil. No glow begins to take shape. No magical energy starts to form from it.
Does Hush know this?
You then notice that she one sec. I gotta adjust some stuff. She moves over to here. And some of, like 5 more of the eyes turn to look. And as she moves beyond, over to the left side here, Quinn, you feel the dagger and the rapier that you carry with you. You feel the magical energy spring forth within them again. And you can see this faint yellowish glow starting to come up from under the soil. She's going to roll an Arcana check to see if she understands. And she did beat your sleight of hand check with perception. So...
You mean the thing with 11 eyes is good at perceiving things?
Yeah, I just figured
Wow.
like all she knows is I'm pulling a seed out of a bag. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's had 1,000 years to study and try to figure it out, but she won't leave this place. So, I'm going to roll this d20. Her Arcana will be
I'm sure.
+7.
Boy.
Oh boy.
How do I move this to make it work?
I don't know. It's your laptop.
I mean, we
You
trust
gotta hold
you.
still.
If you just
We
tell
trust
us-
you. We trust you, dude.
Yeah.
Well, this is more fun.
This is way more dramatic.
You're right there.
Oh,
That's a nat
Is-
20.
no, it's a 14.
No.
Oh, so
but
21.
It's
Damn.
still a 21. That's still hella good.
Oh boy.
I am sad for you, dear children. You could have had something beautiful. This trickery
Excuse
should
me.
not be allowed.
Trickery? What do you mean?
You guys planted a daisy in her garden instead of a chrysanthemum.
Oh, that's a matter of you guys. As far as I'm concerned, that might have been a bit of a fumble. Quinn, did you take out the right bag?
You're right. I may have gotten them mixed up by mistake. Because I like shoot a look at Hush, like, what?
Your Grace, I apologize. We don't have that same level of studious perceptibility that you will have to be able to distinguish these seeds from different ones.
You guys are going to roll a deception check together.
Yeah. It's not gonna be great.
Oh, I might be okay.
5.
23.
Your clever words cut through to her, but you do see that there are 3 of the eyes focusing over at Quinn, who looks a little less sure of what she's saying. I am going to give you one last chance to hand over the flower, and you may exit as you see fit. If you do not hand over the flower and you start to see some of the eyes glow and flare from the tendrils of her body, she turns her gaze as I turn the thing on the GM layer that I need. And you see the magic of your swords, your weaponry start to fade again. Then you will serve as ash for its inevitable cultivation. One more chance.
Would you like to pick through the seeds, ma'am?
I want no
You can pick through
seeds
yourself.
and no trickery.
She's not asking for seeds anymore.
You have already planted a false weed in my garden. I must have the one that will help me achieve life beyond death.
Is my sword back yet?
No.
Hoping she was focusing back on me again.
Can I shuffle out of the fucking main gaze very slowly?
How far do you want to move?
Like here?
Yeah, your sword is still not returned. And don't you worry, you guys. For those of you who know what's happening here, I did take some preemptive efforts so that we don't have to bog this down with questions and stuff on what will work and what won't, as far as all of the stuff that you guys have.
Yeah, I trust.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to mentally communicate with Quinn again. Be like, "What's our next move?"
Nah.
Probably shuffle a little bit more to the left and kind of like mutter to myself like, "Come on, Leilana, come on, come on, where are you?"
Still nothing.
I'll walk up towards Quinn.
You can move yourself.
And I'll just look at her and see what she's planning to do.
She just kind of like looks back and is like, there's not much. So she's gonna turn back to the Iris Queen and just kind of draw herself up and say, "Unfortunately, the fate of the entire world is more important than your rule."
Oh shit, no. I respect it.
You almost see like this bead of water drip down a bit from her very large eye in the center of her face. She licks it with this grotesque tongue from her mouth. She goes, "I had hope for you, my children. But now you must serve as ash for its fertilization."
If you
Ugly
condemn us,
eyeball bitch.
no, that's
Roll initiative.
I don't know.
Let me get the combat music going. I knew this was gonna happen. Good try though, guys. Good try.
Good try.
Yeah,
This was a very hard thing to accomplish, to get out here without
Oh,
giving
yeah.
the power away. And
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
were like this close between the persuasion check and the she only beat you by 2 with the sleight of hand check.
Damn. Yeah.
Promise this wasn't a railroad. It was just really hard to accomplish. As I said,
Sure. It
she's
makes
very
sense.
paranoid.
Oh yeah. And the only The
yeah,
only
I
way
figured,
it-
I'm like, I'll give it a
yeah.
shot, but I had a feeling she was gonna like know
Yeah.
what type of magic.
The only way it would have been a railroad is if we did it to ourselves and came at like level 4 when we found out about her. That would have been like, yup, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things have changed substantially by now. Damn.
When I loaded this encounter into the encounter builder, it did tell me that it was not a deadly encounter. So,
Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, is it taking like Rista's player character into
oh, you know what? Yeah, she's listed in the initiative. I gotta edit this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
along with the duplicate Bicky at level 4 for
yeah,
the.
No, I did get rid of duplicate Mickey.
Okay.
yeah. Get rid of Rista and see what it says.
I've come too far to go back and edit this.
Yep.
There's just it'll mess some stuff up that I've already
Yeah.
done.
We'll work with it. It's cool. Cool. Disintegrate is not cool.
All right, Quinn.
10.
Oh
No!
no.
Yeah. I rolled
Mickey?
real bad.
4.
Oh no.
Ryan,
12.
Hush,
19.
Hey, we got one.
Faye.
10.
Nice.
Who's got the
Lock of us.
higher?
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Are you
I'm
are
sure I have
you
higher.
truly asking who between the rogue and the warlock has the better decks?
No.
Spoiler alert. Take
Oh
me.
God.
Tank.
Oh boy.
Well, I think that Kira will have to go
Yeah,
take her
we
break.
don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's probably a good time to
Yeah.
Have a smoke.
have a cigarette or whatever you gotta do.
Ah!
So we'll be back with a Beholder style encounter in 10-15 minutes, probably.
Blah.
Woo! We got this shit. I love when I'm loving that you're wearing the Rivers of Life shirt.
You know
Hello, we're back. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, back. I'm dead.
Welcome back. We are about to start initiative for the battle with the Iris Queen. The party had almost succeeded on parlaying with her and tricking her, and just barely not enough. Now, it's time to put her in the ground. Send her back to the realm of nightmares whence she came. So, do we have battle music?
Yeah, it's going.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Jackie. And thank you, party. Initiative has begun. First up in the initiative is Qatar. So he is going to he's going to make he's got two people right there. He's going to make a multi-attack. And you guys position yourselves well against him. He is going to try to kick Ryan with his hooves and then make a multi-attack with all his arms and fists against Quinn. I don't know what Ryan's AC is. Oh, he's back. Okay. That'll be a natural 2. So he goes to, how do you defend against the hoof strike as he tries to kick you, Ryan? Oh, nope, no sound coming from you. It was just...
Yeah, okay. There we go. So, this headset hates me, I swear. Put the pike up to block the two hooves going at me, and then I'll push him back.
All right. You push him back against it, and he starts to unleash an attack against Quinn with his fists. So we got 2 fist attacks. That will be 21 to hit.
Yep.
And he punches you for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Second attack, natural 20. Oh no.
Okay.
And that'll be not a great roll. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Magic's not working here.
Yep.
And with his fourth ability, he's going to try to grapple you. With those 2 strikes, he's going to try to pull you in and grapple you. So you can make an athletics or acrobatics check.
$18.
Oh, roll it again.
Oof.
Wow.
Ooh. 15.
You beat him by 1.
Nice.
So he goes to grapple you, and you just you start to feel squeezed, but then you roll and slide out of his grasp, and you instinctually pull your weapons or whatever you want to pull out. He is then going to realize he didn't grab you, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move back to here.
I'm taking an attack on him as he leaves.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
I do not roll my extra damage, do I?
For the pike?
Yeah.
No.
16 points of damage still. I rolled a 10.
Oof, that's still big.
Really
All
want
right.
to do an opportunity attack, but I don't.
No.
My reaction.
Please don't! Please don't!
Nope.
You take the pike and just cut into the back of one of his calves as he's kind of backpedaling. You kind of take the pike and sever one of his calf muscles, and he's kind of walking on 3 legs as he goes back. Second up is the lair action. For the lair action, you would see one of the irises pulse as these like glowing irises on the side of the walls are providing a little bit of dim light. You notice that they are also functional. This one over here will pulse and is going to create a square area there of slimy goo.
Gooey slime.
Next up is Hush.
She's gonna stay right where she is. Bonus action, steady aim, to get advantage on the beholder.
Okay.
And we're going to shoot her with my paintball gun hand crossbow.
Okay.
That missed.
It's advantage, though, isn't it?
Did you roll with
Oh my
advantage?
god, I did not roll advantage, you're right. Wow. That missed.
Oh no, what's the total?
The total is 13.
13 will miss as you steady your aim and you take the shot, and as you release the crossbow, the little paintball gun, it seems to like, and the bolt gets tangled up within the eyes that kind of like, within the eye tendrils that kind of squeeze it and then throw it off to the ground. It's like, I admire you trying. And that's your whole turn, right?
Sure is. She is gonna move.
Can't move with steady aim.
Nope.
Okay. Wasn't sure if I could do it afterward, but that'd be kind of cheese. Yeah, it's 0. Okay, yeah. I had my go.
All right. Next up is the Iris Queen's turn. She is going to turn her gaze going to turn her gaze this way and release 3 eye rays, one at Ryan, one at Quinn, and one at Hush. God, this is so hard to control. Okay. But Hush, Ryan, and Quinn, all of your magic items on your person and your mage armor reincorporate as you are now out of the anti-magic field. But you are being targeted with eye rays. Let's go ahead and roll some d10s. So this, I'm going to go north to south here. So Quinn, you're first. Quinn, I will need a Constitution saving throw.
Me. Okay. Actually, maybe not. I only have a +2. 16.
16 is exactly what you needed. So you pass the save. So it's 26 points of necrotic damage reduced to half, which is 13 points of necrotic damage as you're hit with an enervation ray. As this streaking black darkness just starts to coincide, and you feel your muscles locking up and the atrophy overtake you, but you shake it off with your Constitution. You don't have resistance to necrotic damage, do you?
Not yet.
Oh, too bad.
I will eventually.
The second ray is for Ryan. And I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
26.
26 passes.
Wow.
You take the ray directly to the chest, and you can feel it try to lock you up. and then you feel the dragon blood pulsing through you, and you just take a step, and she goes, "No, it's impossible."
Impassive.
Stay mad, kiddo.
And Hush,
Okay,
this one's for you. And I will need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, thank God.
That is going to be a
What?
That's going to be a 21.
21 passes. And as you see this streaking gray ashy darkness pour out from one of the eyes, you notice that this energy it has this buzz to it and this horrible energy, and you do like a spin around it. It impacts one of the stones which near you, which just disintegrates into ash. Yeah, that was the disintegrate ray.
Well, we've got
Yeah.
it already, so one's missed, so it's fine.
Yeah. It's great.
And she's going to use her movement to hover 20 feet higher.
At least it went to the rogue.
Okay, see, you guys got through one round of eye-ray attacks.
Where
Right.
where is she looking? We can't see
Um,
the direction of the cone on the.
Well, you can see the direction of her eye, so
Yes, but she is a
um,
static picture.
I know.
So
She
I
was
can see.
looking about
Where-
this way.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, no problem.
You see, she
I
is
was-
a
I was-
static image, and
All right. Next up is Ryan.
Me? Oh boy. Okay. Let me see. How far up is she?
She is now 30 feet.
Okay.
She started
I'm-
hovering 10 feet in the air, and she just moved another 20 up.
Okay, let me just. I can go there. Okay, so I'm gonna run 10 feet this direction. Here.
Mhm.
Do I still feel the pike is fine?
In that place, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take out the hand axe and throw it at the. Okay, I'm going to slam the pike on the ground and become large. First.
And you find yourself with one leg standing in a pool.
That is perfectly fine. I am then going to throw the hand axe at her. The
Okay.
returning hand axe, so I'll roll. It's out of normal range, so it's disadvantage. So that's a 16,
16 does not hit,
but
unfortunately.
it immediately comes back to me anyway, which is fine.
You see one of the eyes try to twist around it to grab it, and it just and comes back to you.
Okay, then I'm gonna run to the centaur. I'm assuming I'll become small when I
Yep.
run in. That's fine, and then I'm gonna attack him. I've got one more attack,
Shoot.
and that is a. Oh, sorry. One question. I'm assuming the pike removes the +1 benefit, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 22 to hit. I just
Yeah,
need to
that
remember that.
hits.
I don't. Yeah. That's 12 points of damage to him.
Nice. All right. So you run him through the shoulder and you spear him, and there's this like contest of strength as he's trying to push forward against your pike, but you're holding him back. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all. I'll just turn to the Iris Queen and say, "Keep your eye on me, please."
All right. She says back, "Oh, I've got my eye on all of you." Quinn, you're up.
This is stupid. Okay,
Do it. Yes.
No, it's not. Do it.
Oh god, okay.
Gregory!
So, this could go real bad. Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash to get right up in front of her.
Mhm.
And
Do
then
it.
use my action
Quit
To use
style,
my cloak.
motherfucker.
to turn into a swarm of bats.
Ooh.
which have a 30-foot fly speed, so I'm going to fly up on top of her and then drop the spell when I'm above her.
Love it.
Quinn style.
You're gonna try to land on her?
Yeah, I'm just flying the bats up on top of her and then just dropping the spell so I'm on top of her.
Nice.
Quinn has a
Roll a quick acrobatics check for me, please.
Sure. This is so dumb.
No, this is now a game of Smash.
A whole bunch. 22.
Yeah. So why don't you describe this whole process? And you land on the back of her so that you're like away from where the eye is facing, and she's like trying to.
Yeah, I don't know the layout of where the eye stalks and everything are, but essentially, yeah, she's gonna just like bolt towards this thing at a full sprint, and then just like, I'll make this freaking Tracy. Just like the cloak just like flares behind her, and then just starts pulling apart into little black sections that like swarm around her, and she turns into this swarm of bats. So she just like flies at this thing's face and around it, and then like lands on top. So I want to try to be up on top, like among the eye stalks.
So you're just grasping onto the eye stalks and.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. That was fun.
That was my entire turn. That was action
Nope,
bonus
that's
action
great.
movement. So
That's really good. Faye, you're up.
All right. Do I notice Hush's armor spring back into existence?
Yeah, you have a good passive perception, sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna run over to here, and I'm as I run, I'm just gonna be like, "That's awesome, Quinn! Gross but awesome!" And I'm going to try to cast Eldritch Blast on the Iris Queen. Do I feel the magic work?
Feel the magic pulse within you. It takes form in your hands.
Oh, thank God. So I'm going to send out 2 blasts for a 27 and a 19 for attack rolls.
Both will hit.
Oh,
Go squiggly water, go.
go squiggly water,
Yes.
go. We are looking at 22 points of damage.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
And I think it's about time we use the other abilities that I have. And I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell that again.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's happening. That is that's a 21 and a 13.
13 will not hit, but the 21 will.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take another 12 points of damage.
Very nice.
12 points of damage. Nice. All right. You want to describe your onslaught of Eldritch energy?
As soon like I run over there, and as soon as I feel the magic hit, I'm just like, oh shit, and then I launch 2, and then I almost feel like, you know, the hands of Eloise on me going again, and I send out 2 more, and I'm like, oh shit, twice.
Combo
And-
breaker.
Pretty much. And yeah, that'll be it.
Quinn, you see 3 rays of energy just impact this creature as it's like up while you're holding on to the eye stalks, just like a weird, I don't know, like playground toy, a playground thing. That's it.
And that's my turn.
All right. Next up, it's going to target you with the legendary action as a eye ray attack. So here is my D10 for you. Dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm so good at those. That's a 5.
5. You are. You see this like dull, slimy, grayish energy just eject from one of, almost like a pus ejecting from one of the one of the eyes itself, and as it impacts you and you try to get out of the way, but it like overtakes you with this slimy ichor, and then it absorbs into your body, and you're considered slowed. Your speed is halved. You can't take reactions, and you can take either an action or a bonus action on your turn. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I
Not the
have
worst.
noticed while I'm up there, like, which one was doing that.
Yes. Yeah, you would know. One of the ones to your left, like, turned around almost on, like, this side of her body as you're up here. Like, turned and... That end the legendary action. Mickey, you're up.
Do I want to do something stupid? Or-
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
Is it more stupid than becoming a swarm of bats and flying on top of a beholder?
These
I
are the
don't know.
stories, Steve.
So, we'll make this the first part of this turn easy. I am going to use my movement, probably like 5, 10, 15, to go where Ryan was, where I
Okay.
saw where his stuff was working again.
Yes, and Dream immediately apparates back at your hip.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So that's 15 feet of movement. Golly, do I do the stupid thing now?
do it. Do it.
Do what
do
you
it.
want to do.
All right.
Always do the stupid
Make
thing.
it fun.
I will bonus action Misty Step on top of her.
Hey, it's a party.
Okay.
The sigh.
And stab down
Can't
with
look at it
Dream
from here.
with
Alright.
a gold flame blade.
Okay.
Let's see, come on, baby, come on, roll good.
First roll an acrobatics check. I wanna see something.
Sure. Natural 19, total of 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Take your strike with advantage.
I'm sure that'll hit. That's like a 22.
Yes.
You rolled 2 die?
Yes.
Alright. 22 does hit.
Alright.
Oh my god, I know
Stab
what's coming.
down.
She going to fucking smite it.
Yes.
Oh no.
Gotta get
Oh.
smoke.
Yes.
Trying
Might
to
have
catch his smoke.
Yeah, alright. So, first of all, this is gonna be D8s, so don't mind me. We'll do the piercing damage first. Nice, that is 9 points of piercing damage, 2 points of fire damage. And
Okay.
then I haven't played this character in a fucking while, excuse me. Okay, so it's 4d8 force damage. 9 plus... Ooh. 9 plus 16, 25.
Yeah.
25 points of force damage. And she falls prone? I don't know.
She's immune to prone,
Yeah.
but that's a lot of damage. Describe your excellent turn.
So I'm just kind of like, as this is all going on, I'm just kind of like shuffling, kind of trying to make myself like out of sight, like not conspicuous to where I saw Ryan's magical stuff was working. And then as Dream like pops back into existence on my hip, I go, yes! And I'll kind of like start running, take a step forward, launch myself in the air, Misty Step, and kind of just like slam Dream into the top of her head.
You can see this like pale yellowish blood just start spilling out from the beholder itself as she's shouting in her less calm, childlike voice. What are you doing? Get off of me! And are you hanging on up there
Yeah,
too?
yep.
Okay. and you just have Dream impaled into her
Yep.
and holding onto an eye stalk, and
Yep.
you're like riding with Quinn.
Yep.
Quinn looks over. She's just like, nice.
I'll give her a fist
Right,
bump.
right.
Just kidding. I'll
Right.
give her
Hell
a...
yeah.
And then you let go and fall.
As we both let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fall off.
Whoops! Alright,
That's gonna be it for me.
awesome. The Beholder is going to use another legendary action.
Why are you shooting yourself? Why are you shooting yourself?
Targeting one of you, but I'm going to have you guys roll a d20 off because she can't tell who's where.
You should have put your glasses on this morning. I rolled a 14.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, so Quinn,
Mhm.
this is for you.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Can you go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 19, so 21.
Nice.
So that's 39 points of damage reduced to half, which
19.
is 19 points of necrotic damage. You got hit with the same one, the Enervation Ray.
Gosh,
Yeah.
shit.
Good.
Jesus
Good thing you got a healer real close.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
All right, top of the round, Kitar's turn. Kitar's going to take the opportunity attack. Oh, wait, no. What is your speed, Mr.
30.
Centaur?
Oh,
50, okay. Kitar's just going to rush past you and say, I can do more damage to the squishies. And is going to rush up to Hush.
I will take the opportunity attack on him.
Excellent, go for it.
No, that's 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. As
Yeah,
you,
yeah, I thought not.
You
That's
miss, and Hush, it is going to take a hooves attack against you, which means that since he's moved 30 feet in a straight line, other stuff happens.
Ouch.
Yeah.
We know what that is.
No, it's a fist attack, I'm sorry. He just rushes up and tries to punch you.
One punch!
So let's roll a
Please don't break
d20.
me in half.
And he rolled a
Major part is
9.
up.
A 9 total.
9 total.
No, sir.
All right, so describe how you see this rushing centaur with 4 arms. You see the arms kind of like in running motion and tries to punch you, and how do you defend against it?
She's just going to kind of slide underneath him and reappear behind him, like, dude, I'm faster than that. You gotta do better.
You ignored my big strike, but here is the next one, and rears back for a punch. Is gonna try to punch you 2 more times.
I love this guy. Let's keep him alive.
So 17 to hit,
Nope.
21 to hit.
Sure.
So he punches you for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bitch.
And that's his whole turn.
Cool.
Next up is the lair action. What is the next lair action?
Another one.
Too many layer actions.
What?
10 feet over the wall.
Hi.
Alright. Let me just... Nope. The walls all sprout these, like, eye stalk tendril appendages, and you can see, like, this slimy darkness starting to come out of the wall. But none of you are close enough to be grabbed by it. And the slime on the floor sucks back into the floor. That's the lair action. Hush, you're up.
Did he already use his reaction? I assume not.
Kitar?
Yeah.
It's just been his turn.
No.
Okay. That is fine. Okay, so what's going to happen is Hush is going to hold on to the Arid Daisy, and the immediate where she is perceived by Qatar is replaced with this. He suddenly doesn't see her anymore. The space around him closes in very, very tightly as these streams start to boil. The tiles that form the ground underneath him start to fall apart as he's finding himself in this boiling stream of water as she casts Phantasmal Force. Can you please roll me a DC 19 intelligence saving throw?
Jesus Christ. Daisy. With a natural 5, no matter what his intelligence modifier is, I don't think that's going to be a success. Also, I think his intelligence modifier is pretty low.
That's fine.
Yeah, natural 5 minus 1, so for 4.
Alright, so now he's just casually boiling for 5 points of psychic damage.
Oh my god. Phantasmal Force. And doesn't he like believes he's really there?
Yes. Would you like me to read the spell for you? Because Phantasmal Force is a little wonky.
So until he saves against it, he believes that what's happening around him is real.
Yes.
Yeah. In another campaign, there was a bard that used this on my creatures constantly, and I think I know it pretty well.
Okay, so I'm going to trust you here. This is my first time using it. Okay. At that point, we're just going to skedaddle. I think, like, right behind Faye.
Faye just watches Hush behind her and then looks at the centaur like, the fuck?
I'm keeping him there. Relax.
The centaur's like picking up his hooves as you're looking at him, Faye. It's like picking up his hooves and like screaming like, No, I will not be made a stew, and looks pretty distracted.
More like glue.
Hey.
Good.
I love that spell. Alright, so enter go.
Alright, so that was your action and your movement. If you have a bonus action to use, you're welcome to.
Yeah. I'm gonna... I really don't think I have much, honestly, to use. No.
Alrighty. Next up is the beholder's turn. It is going to... Jeez, the two of you on its back. She is going to turn... Alright. You guys know where the cone is. You know where she's looking. You know where to look for. I'm moving this to the token layer.
God bless.
So that we don't have to... I don't have to keep changing the... So she's going to take her movement and focus her cone this way against the two of you. And then she's going to move this way and up another 10 feet for a total of 40 feet of hover. And it's going to target the three of you with eye rays. So, Quinn. God bless Quinn. Three.
That's fine.
Oh, come on. Wisdom saving throw, Quinn?
I think I'm good at those. I'm not good at those.
I was like, no, you're not.
Do I become large, by the way, RJ, again?
Oh, yes, you do. I'll change you to large in a minute.
Ryan's had a growth spurt.
14.
14. You see the eye stalk that's in your hand just kind of shift around right in your face and unleashes this energy of nightmares. You can start to see the nightmares of a war-torn sequence of just this horrible, buggy death of the world. And you become frightened. So you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within your line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear.
Well, I think I'm about as close as I can.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not really much chance of moving any closer, but...
Yeah. Oh, that sucks, though.
Yep. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. Mickey, this eye raise for you.
Okay.
Okay. Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 16.
16 is exactly what you needed to pass. So an eye that you've already seen kind of slinks around and hits you with this almost like body and muscle and sinew stopping energy as you start to feel your muscles tense up and almost go inert for a minute. You push through it. You can feel the light of your patron, your god, your friends, your friend from your dreams, helping you along.
Thanks, Resilient Con.
Yeah. What a feat to pick up.
Seriously.
And Ryan, this bud's for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is fun. Make strength saving throw. Oh, man.
I was going to say, hold
Wow.
on. Oh, I have advantage.
Of all the
Nice.
people to hit with that.
19.
19. You feel this telekinetic energy attempt to pick you up into the air, and as it starts to raise you up, you just make your body really almost push your dead weight down, and your large form you just back to the ground, and you can feel it trying to pick you up, but the ray is moving with an arc and just can't lift you.
Change that center of gravity.
Mhm.
It was a very, very unsuccessful round for her.
Good.
Speak for yourself.
I will do
Oh,
my
yeah.
best.
Next up is Ryan.
Okay. I'm going to do something funky now.
Hell,
So-
Phase step! Dude.
party on the beholder.
It's not that. I'm just going to run directly underneath the beholder.
Okay.
I am going to...
Wait,
It's
damn it.
40 feet up, so it's 30 feet above me, yeah? Because I'm 11 feet tall or so.
Yeah.
Okay. I am Misty Stepping directly level with it. That's my bonus action. And then I'm going to action surge and take 4 attacks against it.
Let's go!
You're gonna just
Air combo.
fucking Tekken this.
Straight. Yeah. First
Double
attack
jump
Tekken.
up to the
is
beholder.
a 27.
27 hits.
It needs to make a strength saving throw.
Gonna fucking juggle combo this fucking beholder.
Mhm.
No, legit. And then it's not
That's
passing.
amazing.
19.
19 passes, okay, but it still takes damage, so that is... Okay, so from the pike itself, it takes 24 points of damage,
God damn!
and then the
Let's
rune,
go.
it's another 6 points from the rune that
Okay.
fled. Second attack is a 17,
17 does not hit.
fine. Third attack is another 17.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Before you roll the third attack,
Yeah.
I am gonna need you to roll an athletics check because you're trying to take 4 attacks after
Okay.
you've Misty stepped and as you're falling.
Okay. That's a 29.
Yeah, okay. So the third attack is a 17?
Yes, 17, so that missed as well.
That missed as well.
The fourth attack is a natural 1, so I only got 1 attack off.
Oh
But
no!
Real.
It was really
That's
cool,
dope.
though.
It was really awesome.
Awesome.
You see Ryan Misty step up in the air, and this gigantic dude is just first facing the wrong way and streaks out with his pike and is just turning himself in the air, like trying to streak out with his pike, and then finally finds Purchase and just.
I imagine in like slow motion, you just see like Quinn like angry face trying to stab the thing, and you just see Mickey like.
I get too distracted by Mickey, so I miss the final attack because I start waving at her instead. Okay, so I'm now 40 feet in the air at the end of my turn.
Excellent. And just free falling.
Yeah, happily.
All right.
Mm.
The beholder is wounded and starting to look bloodied. So, you guys have dealt a lot to it already. It is now, before Quinn's turn, going to take a legendary action to target Ryan with an eye ray. Ooh.
Ooh.
Dexterity saving throw, Ryan.
Oh, I'm so
No,
good at
God.
these. It's 5.
5. Failing the save and getting hit with this, like, this energy feels almost concrete in a way, where it starts to, like, and in the air you start to turn to stone. You are restrained as you're falling. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of turns. At the end of your next turn, you will have to repeat the saving throw. Yep. Okay.
So you just got turned to stone and you're falling.
Yeah.
Starting to
That's
turn to
great.
stone and is falling.
Starting to turn to stone. I think
That's
I'll only turn to stone after I've hit the ground.
Yeah.
Quinn, you're up.
Not as bad. Oh boy. All right. So,
Do it.
I
Do it,
have
Quinn.
disadvantage on the attack because I'm frightened of it, but
Mhm.
it's a straight roll because I have people around and flanking, so it's just a straight roll. Oh, also bonus action of activating Spirit Shroud. Don't want to forget that. Okay, I think that's still gonna hit. 'cause it's right. Yes. Okay, 20 total to hit.
20 hits.
Okay. A lot of twos, damn it. Rerolling with Piercer on one of those, that's better. Do I have to separate out any kind of damage?
Nope.
Okay. "41 points of damage as I
Cool.
stab down with Felrith.
Jesus.
Rogues,
And
baby.
It's probably not gonna. Constitution saving throw from it. Might as well try.
Oh yes, do
Try
it.
it.
Do it.
It's such a low DC.
I know, but you have
Do
the
it.
I
wasn't the
know.
necromancy flower. This is a necromancy
I
spell.
mean, yes.
That
Yeah,
helps.
but
Yeah,
it's
so-
still not a great DC.
It increases your DC by 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still not
I
great.
thought about that like the last couple days, and then I got distracted.
8 to save.
Oh, it's blinded.
Yes! Yes!
Suck it, Trebek.
Oh my god, all of the eyes are blinded as well.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to work. Does it have legendary resistances though?
Beholders don't have legendary resistance.
No
Oh,
fucking way.
okay.
Yeah, eat shit.
And that's my turn.
And everyone.
You're so
Quinn is
scared
not-
you blinded it.
Faye, you're up. Wait, describe that whole sequence there.
Yes.
That was epic.
So I think just she's still scared of this thing, but she still knows it needs to be destroyed. So I think the clasp around her neck just like flares out with the spirit shroud as she stabs down, and this like black ichor starts to creep across the iris of the Iris Queen to like kind of film over it as the
Nice.
takes hold.
As it films over it, you almost look up and you can see, joining the party, you can see 4 others, each kind of like grasping with their hands at the eye stalks and kind of like wrestling with them a bit as these spirits are helping to blind the creature. Faye, you're up.
Do I feel the magic within me?
You feel the magic return.
All right, I am going to move here, and I am going to burn my last sorcery point to request that the Iris Queen and Jan Captain make a intelligence saving throw.
Both of them make an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, because I am twin spelling a spell.
Kitar, does it automatically fail saving throws or have disadvantage when under the phantasmal force?
I do not believe so.
That would be 12 from Kitar.
That's a failure?
And from the Iris Queen, intelligence saving throw,
Yes.
that will be 24.
Okay, so the Iris Queen, unfortunately, is fine. But Qatar, at least, is going to take 6 points of psychic damage as a spectral tentacle appears in the air next to his head and just stabs right in. And I cast Mind Sliver, so he must subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw he makes.
That's
Oh, no.
nasty.
Very, very nice.
That was the most epic description of Mind Sliver I've ever heard.
Yep. That was it for me. I'm going to save for being slowed. Rhett's a 10, so no.
And
You
I
are
just
still
rolled a
slowed.
save from frightened from the end of my turn, and I'm still frightened.
Okay. Still frightened, still slowed. What could go wrong?
About to be turned to stone.
Doing good, guys.
We're doing pretty good.
This is
I'm
attrition.
surprised.
I don't even think it can use its legendary actions now.
I mean, I
It's
would
blind.
say yes.
Yeah, it could try, but it probably would be mega disadvantage, like, for the stuff.
I think
Surely.
they say like a creature they can see.
Yeah,
You
that's a
can
question.
see into
What's the
space.
wording of the IRA? I guess.
Iray.
Yeah.
So,
It can see, yeah.
oh, you guys don't have to read the creature stats. Mickey, you're up.
I mean,
Mickey's
I'm
up.
not. I just know.
No,
that.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of like look back and forth between like all 3 fucking targets near me. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna bonus action, bamf out the wings, Radiant Salt, and I'm gonna fly over next to Ryan, and I'm gonna extend my hand out and grab him probably by the face because he's huge, and cast Lesser Restoration.
Nice. I hope that works. Yes.
Lesser restoration.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll work.
Roll a spellcasting ability check for me, please.
Okay.
For
that would be
For you, it's
Cleric.
whichever class. Yeah, you know.
Cleric. 9.
9. You reach out to try to end the condition because it's not listed as a ability as part of Lesser Restoration. I was allowing you to roll to see if you could actually do it, but you touch Ryan's face, but he just as you feel the magic pouring in, he's just falling a little too fast out of your grasp as the stone is very, very heavy. And before the magic can go off, he descends out of your grasp.
Damn it! Luke, lose some weight.
Call you fat.
I mean, that's action, bonus action. I'm gonna, I guess, stay where I am
Alrighty.
so I can keep helping Quinn out.
Awesome.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Top of the round. Well, Phantasmal Force. He loses his whole turn and saves at the end, right?
I think
Heck. Just... Sorry, stream.
Yep, you can use your action to determine if it's an illusion against my spell save DC.
That'll be what he does. And he will fail.
Cool.
Please, save me from this. Save me and I'll help you, please. That's all you hear.
Just a
Next
torture.
up is the lair action. And as part of the lair,
No.
the next piece of the lair, the irises all flare on the sides of the cavern. And could you all just roll a quick d20 for me, please?
6.
1!
6.
And
Faye,
Yeah!
you are getting targeted with a random eye but it's from one of the Chromaticus-esque irises.
Sounds awesome.
Yay!
Okay, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Hopefully my bonus. Plus 7. 15?
15 does not save.
Ah.
You are hit with a fear ray as this iris right here just projects the nightmares of the world onto you, and you are currently frightened of the Iris Queen. Since you can't really be frightened of the lair, so you can't willingly move closer to her, and attacks against her have disadvantage.
I think frightened is just all attack rolls.
I think it's attack rolls when you're in sight of them have disadvantage, or when they're in your vision.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
right.
So like even against our Qatar, that would be oh boy. Okay.
All right, Hush, you're up next.
Boy.
Cool. He's gonna, real quick, if he's still boiling, he's gonna take 1 point of psychic damage.
Nice.
It's so annoying. I love this spell. And then we're gonna be like super double annoying. Bonus action, steady aim, and attacking the queen herself.
Okay,
That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
that will hit.
Have you rolled with advantage in case you get a nat 20?
Nah, no, 20. I tried for it. And 5 plus 5. 10 points of piercing damage.
Did you add sneak attack?
Not yet. Wait, yeah, I have to do that now. What am I doing? 2, 4, 10, 13, 17 points of sneak attack damage.
The Iris
As
Queen
this-
is not in good shape.
Good. As she's pelted by a spray of color and rebellion. Let's go. She is just speckled with paint.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like? Well, that's action, bonus action, movement.
Yep.
Next up, it's her turn. She's going to use her action to try to shake you both off of her. Or shake Quinn off of her.
I got wings, bitch.
Dude. You're not on her anymore. You dove for Ryan, right?
Yep.
Okay. So make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Not great. 10.
So all of the eye stalks that are near you start to wrap around your wrists and then pull you by the wrists and launch you
Ugh.
off of her, and you are currently falling through the air. She is then going to hover 20 feet higher.
Her movement's also reduced by 10 feet, if that makes a difference.
Oh shit! Because it's shit. All right, it's gonna hover even further in the air, 10 feet in the air. She's 50 feet up now.
At the end of her turn, she does get to save again from blind. So.
Okay. What's the save?
Constitution.
And that's 12.
She's still blinded.
Nice.
Oh, what's the saving throw?
15.
Ugh. Yeah.
She's still blinded, hovering up in the air. And Ryan, it's your turn.
Can I throw an attack whilst I'm falling? I want to throw the axe.
Hold on one sec. Let me just read this. You're restrained. You do have disadvantage. However, the creature is blinded, so you would have advantage. You do not have a speed. Yeah, I'll say you can throw the axe as one attack.
How far up is she from me? Is it 10 feet? Have I started falling? Or is it or is she
I
more than...
would say you go with the 50-foot range, since this is all going to be
so it's
happening.
Still at disadvantage because it's beyond the 20-foot range.
But you do have a source of advantage too. So
yes, but I've also got the disadvantage from it's like double disadvantage versus single
I
advantage.
think they just cancel.
Yeah.
Do they just cancel?
There's no such thing as double or triple disadvantage. It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
You could have 5 sources of disadvantage and 1 source of advantage, and you would still just roll 1d20.
26.
Yeah, that hits.
The last attack of Ryan.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. Roll a...
I think it's Dex, right?
Roll a dex. Let's repeat the saving throw at the end of this next turn. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
The question is, does the act... No, I think I mentally said I could only throw 1 extra attack at a turn, so that's fine. Dex saving
I'm
throw.
just going to ask you to roll a couple things real quick.
Okay, Dex saving throw is a natural 20 for 19.
Oh, yes!
Oh.
All right. So, as the stone cracks and shifts, and like Forrest Gump's legs, you start to pull yourself free from the stone itself. How do you break yourself free from the petrification ray and end the beholder with your throwing axe?
How do I do this? That's a good question.
You gotta spin. Spin.
This is
I
kind of
definitely
an-
was going to spin. I kind of, I guess I have to reach for the axe. So as I'm doing that, I'm breaking the stone on my left arm. Reach for the axe, which gets me into a spin. And as kind of my left arm reaches the tangent to hit the beholder, I kind of unleash and then just brace for impact.
And you just, and it just, right as the beholder is like flailing around, it has angled its own body downward, and the axe just impacts it, just a clean divide right through the center of its like main anti-magic eye. And before it can get a last word, it just rolls back and rolls back and rolls back like it's been turned in space and starts to fall to the ground. You impact the ground, taking 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And as the beholder is flying, it is going to impact the ground at some point. So is Quinn. Mickey, you are still up. The Iris Queen is dead. And Quinn, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm falling.
Here, I'll catch you!
What are you doing? Besides falling.
Yeah, I'm. I was waiting to see what fall damage was gonna look like, but
Just Misty Step.
I know, but I just don't know what it's gonna look like after we're done with this. So, yeah, I guess I'll Misty Step down for a soft landing.
And you do not take the 18 points of damage that I rolled.
So I'm gonna like 3-point land on the ground,
Nice.
and then spin around and pull out the bow and shoot the centaur dude over here.
All right.
Cool.
So good.
It's just...
Did you do the superhero landing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure did. Oh my god. Not even a question?
Oh,
I
I
do
look so
that.
cool, but I miss with the attack. With a 10.
A 10 does not hit. As you look very cool, but you launch the arrow forth, and you can feel just like almost that dehydrated enervation like taking control of you, and your muscles just grow weak. The arrow falls short. And at the end of your turn, please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Is it what kind? Is it like an area of effect thing?
Just roll a saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14. All right. So you will take half of this damage. Well, evasion. You'll take none.
Well, that's why I wasn't sure if it was like an area of effect thing.
So the Iris Queen, you see coming, and the huge, hundreds of pounds body of the beholder is about to just smash on top of you, and you release the arrow, and then you look up and just tuck and roll out of the way. Ryan, you're kind of in that space too, but we'll do that on your turn. All right. Faye, you're up.
All right. I am going to look at Tar and kind of start muttering words, and in his horrible disillusioned state, he hears the Iris Queen like admonishing him about how he failed to protect her. He's a failure of a captain, and he must make a wisdom saving throw as dissonant whispers goes off in his noggin.
Oh, I love that spell.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad for him
Good.
for his saving throws. Wisdom?
Wisdom.
4.
Mark Castle's cooler.
That's a hard fail there. So he is going to take 19 points of psychic damage, and must use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from it.
In the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction. Far as it can go.
Oh, hello.
50
Oh!
feet.
Oh, look at that! And I'll just kind of look over and be like, "You're welcome, have fun stabbing!"
I'm just like holding out the rapier as he's running towards me. Away from
And, I'll try to not be covered in goop. And that's a 3, so I'm covered in goop.
Yeah, you're still slowed.
Okay, that's it.
Mickey, you're up.
Alright. I will, I guess, use my movement to land on the ground. And I'll stab him. Why not? Let's get this over with.
Is he currently standing in the exploded remains of his queen?
Yeah.
Nice.
That makes me happy. I don't know why.
Oh!
All right. Well, attack Gold Flame Blade. Natural 19.
That hits.
Alright, so this is going to be 10 points of piercing damage, 6 points of fire damage.
Okay, how do you want to end Guitar?
I just want to I want to land, and I'm gonna be looking at Quinn, and I'm just gonna have my sword kind of out, not really paying attention. And I'm just gonna try and reach forward with my other hand to go for healing, and he's just gonna run into the sword.
No, and you see him mostly backpedaling, but turns at the last second to try to get away from Face to some whispers, and just the sword runs through his heart. He goes,
oh! Look what I did! Oh wait, that was also another 9 points of radiant damage too. So.
oh yeah.
I forgot my waves are out.
In that case, he's extra dead.
He's extra dead.
Super dead.
Okay, sure.
So, at the end, sorry.
No, I didn't know if I could retroactively. I was gonna wait till her turn was done. When the Iris Queen died, can I nab a soul trinket?
You collect
the
this little
Iris
skull
Queen.
trinket that has a narrow yellow iris on it.
I'll throw some d6 of healing Quinn's way as well.
Okay.
I think
Alright.
she's looking a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately, in this space, you start to feel a change in the energy. The yellow irises start to flicker and fade, causing sort of darkness, cavern-like darkness in the area. The rivers stop flowing so well, and they start to dry up and be absorbed into the ground below. The pool itself, you notice, starting to lower in height. And you have defeated the Iris Queen and killed Captain Guitar.
And you heal for 24.
Hey, thank you.
Really well.
Damn.
Now, what would you like to do?
Do I have to take some damage from the beholder falling on me?
Oh, did you roll a dex save?
I mean, I'll roll at disadvantage because I'll be prone. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay.
that's a 6.
23 points of damage.
Nice. I'll get up and
That's,
push it off me.
Slough it off you.
that's what I love about fighters. You took 23 points of damage, and you're like, oh, okay. You're like, fucking hell, man.
It's just a flesh wound, you know?
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Did we just do that?
I think we killed the queen.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get out?
Actually, Rocky, can you hear me? Now would be a good time to come through the wall.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Make a
Top
convenient tunnel for us to leave through.
Oh, yeah.
That's an amazing idea. Holy shit.
Hang on, I might have a spoon somewhere in my bag.
No
I
fucking
will.
way.
I do want to search the area for anything that could be like, I don't know, a chest. You know, the kind of the loot hoard or something.
Before
Yeah,
you
we
do,
go
I'm
we
just
go
gonna-
behind the boss's chamber and look for the chest and you
Yeah, look for the secret thing
more
and hold it
I'm more
above my head.
I'm gonna
I'm more
go-
concerned with her notes. Like for
That's
the
what I want to
ritual.
go grab. I want her notes.
If she
Yes.
has any.
I'm gonna give
I
Ryan.
want her research.
I'm gonna give Ryan a high five.
Bam.
You heal for 9.
Thank you.
Yay!
So not needed, but thank you.
I like to imagine Mickey's just doing this, and it's like, yes, Jackie cast the spell and chose to do that, but Mickey is just like, high five, friendship is healing.
Yeah, so I'd like to go look for some, if there's any place that she might have been hiding loot or money or anything.
Sure.
I'll help, I guess.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Both of us?
Yes.
Or, yeah. 24.
13.
24 and 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So, taking a pretty solid investigation of this chamber itself, you know what? Let me compile my notes and get everything ready, and I think we'll take
Yeah.
a little 2 or 3 minute
Yep.
break.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Turn my brain off and then back on. Restarting.
Alright, we're gonna restart RJ's brain, but not the stream. There's no one here. I don't know who I'm talking to. Hi, we're back in the cathedral.
Hello. So, welcome back to the final piece of this Iris Queen session, and the investigation checks that you made. The entire group takes a pretty thorough search after you collect the little soul trinket that you have now for the Iris Queen, which is pretty creepy. You would be able to find some of the hidden stashes beneath the lit lantern irises. There are, as you can see on the map, there are 8 of them. And beneath each one, you would find 500 gold pieces.
Damn.
In sort of like this hidden stash that's kind of barricaded by rock. So 500 times 8.
4,000. That's 800 each.
4,000 gold pieces. If you wish to just collect all that money and move on.
Yep.
You also, under each one, find a tier 2 component, and you now have a tier 2 component for every school of magic.
Yeah, that tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, makes sense.
Starting to realize all the gifts that were brought to the Iris Queen by her acolytes, dealings in trying to manipulate these iris flowers into something as powerful or more powerful than what the cultivators were able to make. She had a bit of an ego to her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, embedded within the throne, you find that there is a scepter that is stuck there. That's kind of like in one of the arms, specifically the right arm of the throne. It is kind of like shoved in there and may be able to be removed. And it kind of has like this curling. It's kind of yellowish in nature and has this like curling eye.
I will remove that.
Okay. Roll a strength check, please.
I'm not. Am I still big at this point?
After the investigation of the entire chamber, probably not.
Probably not. That's fine.
It's 1 minute, right?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. 23.
You remove the scepter from the throne itself.
I'll kind of just look over at Mickey.
What?
I'll hand it to Faye and say, "Hey, why don't you identify this?"
Yeah, I'll be like, "Can I borrow your pearl?"
Oh, yeah, here.
And I will spend the next 10 minutes casting Identify.
All right. So casting Identify. First of all, Rocky just. What is my purpose?
Does he make a hole? Because I think he kind of just like. We're gonna need your help in a little bit.
I will be here to help.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, I will cast Identify.
Roll a d10.
Oh, okay. 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scepter of paralysis. Scepter of paralysis.
No, it is not a scepter of paralysis, damn it. So, you, in identifying this, first of all, there are runic carvings all over the staff itself, and gathering what they mean in deep speech. Do you speak deep speech?
I do not know.
Can I go read it if it happens to be a problem?
So together, you cast Comprehend Languages and you cast Identify to try to learn everything you can about this. What the runic carvings essentially mean are that this scepter was promised to the right hand of the Iris Cream, the Iris Cream? Ice Cream?
Ice cream.
The Iris Queen, and the one that would be able to procure the 2 deep chrysanthemums for her. It was meant to be a powerful gift. And you would now learn that this staff gives you the ability to use the spell Enervation once per day, but it is also cursed. And when the charge for Enervation has been used, you would be subject to a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw. And if it is failed, you would start to develop a flaw. The flaw is a table-based flaw, but could be anything from greed to paranoia to ego. It would start to pull your mind apart in that way, in the same way of thinking that the Iris Queen would have had.
I'll relay that to the group. Well, I think we know maybe why she was a little so paranoid. Maybe that was just her.
Maybe. But now that we have this, who wants it?
Nah.
I'm not touching that thing.
I think I'm pretty great already. I don't know if I need any more of that.
Already has a cursed item.
It's me. I'm
Takes
just gonna let off the cursed item.
We can always throw it in the bag until someone thinks it might be useful for them.
Yeah,
True.
I like that idea a lot.
I'll tuck it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Slide that right down.
I want to go collect the daisy seed from the planter in the center.
Easy enough. You do so, you recollect the daisy seed.
Can I also
did she-
see... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Actually, no. You're in the middle of doing this. You continue.
While I'm over by the planter and gathering the seed, I wanted to see if there was anything about the planter or like what's around it that looks like it might have contributed to some ritual, like if there's runes scratched into the side or a mechanism. I want to try to like get rid of this thing however I can.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
That's my Arcana. That's pretty good. If I didn't roll like shit, 9.
9.
Yeah.
You can see that the 10 rivers kind of have like these fountain flowing siphons that would sort of inject the water into the soil itself. The water, as I described, was pretty murky. Other than that, it's hard to tell. Like, there are symbols carved around it, but you're not really sure what they mean.
I'll probably, if we're still taking some time here, like phase identifying that or something, I'll just take out a spare dagger, start just trying to like scratch out the runes as much as I can, just to try to make sure someone else can't do this.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check to do that.
Wow, I rolled a 2 before and I rolled a 3 now, so 10.
Yeah, you work up the stone a bit and carve out a lot of the runes.
Alright, that's it.
So how are we getting out of here?
Oh, there's an elevator.
There is an elevator. This is my favorite part of this. Alright, once you launch your raid, ladies and gentlemen, you need to have an escape. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to see if I can plan and plot out May's escape, or we can all just go together. Whatever your guys' choice is. I think it'll be fine.
Should I put all of the very boring side note? I'll have had all the tier 2 components in my backpack. We can divvy them up when we're outside.
Yeah. Well, I do still have contact with Becky, so I can get our wyverns here quick. I don't know if she'd really be able to tell me how far away she is. She wasn't exactly chatty.
Does anyone need any more healing before we escape?
I'm definitely all set spaghetti. Can Hush, before we do anything else, dig around for any like research or notes?
With the investigation check that you guys did, it covered pretty much the entire chamber. You would kind of guess that any research or notes that the Beholder had were probably held within her mind in the way that she didn't leave loose ends like that.
Okay. Good enough. I'll take an iris, though.
You pull one of the irises?
Yeah, just to see. I like this
Okay.
idea of doing some more research.
Alrighty. Seems magical.
Ooh.
Can I take the iris that corresponded to the where the necromancy tier 2 component was found?
Yes.
In fact,
It's funny. You compare it with the iris that Hush just pulled, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference between them.
okay, that's fine. We'll look at these later, and I'll put them in the backpack.
I like that.
I'm assuming the walls of this chamber are made of stone and not dirt.
Yeah, they're on obsidian.
Yeah. So I cannot dig a tunnel out.
Why don't we just, try and talk our way out? Say that the Iris Queen
They
is.
don't know anything happened.
Yeah.
No one
I mean,
needs
that
to
might-
pick me up or anything. Everyone's okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't you worry about me.
Okay.
I will go around and prestidigit and be like, all right, if we're doing this, and I'll like prestidigitation off all like the dirt and blood from people, so it's not obvious that we were in a huge
I
battle.
can do myself. Stop it. Don't touch me.
I'll lick my thumb and like rub it on her
No!
cheek, like, ugh. Meanwhile, the Irish Queen is decomposing like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I don't see why we can't just ride the elevator back up. If they question it, which I don't see why they would. We just tell them we gave her the flower. I don't
We
even know
have
if they know that
finished
she's
our
looking for the
business.
flower. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were promised safe exit
Yeah.
after we're completed. So,
Be like, we gave your queen what she deserved, and we are now leaving.
Oof. Heavy.
I hope you have the day that you deserve.
I mean, they don't know what she looks like. They don't know anything went on down here. I say we just try to lie our way out.
no shade
Might not even
detected.
have to. Just if you start calling our wyverns back, we go up, we leave. If they try to stop us, we can deal with that then. But in the meantime, our wyverns should be here shortly. We can always
Yep.
make a quick exit if we need.
All right. Okay, hold on one second. And I'll do a sending to Becky, and I'll be like, Becky, we need you to come. Yell once if you can get here within 2 minutes. Yell twice if you'll get here longer. All right, I think that was 2, so it's going to take her more than 2 minutes to get here. But I think it's going to take us a little bit to haul ourselves up through the elevator.
Agreed. Who's good at mimicking what the Iris Queen sounded? They might notice that something's weird. Let's just go and try and talk our way out of this. I say, let's try and talk our way out of this.
If anything,
Charismatic people try and talk us out of this.
if anything, Faye, the Queen's primary source of communication has always been through a mental link.
Exactly.
If they dare to question, you can go ahead and fill that spot.
I mean, if they ask us, I will definitely send them a message and do my best to sound like her and tell them that we're free to go.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
No one really goes down here anyway, so I don't think it's too surprising.
No one even knows what she looks like or looked like.
No one even knows if she even exists.
Okay, let's try this.
Yep.
So you guys abscond back through the stairs and activate the elevator. You feel it rock and start to pull you back up, up, and up, and up. 400 feet up. As you see the sunlight beginning to like peer onto the opposite wall from where it shines, and you rise, and it stops under the gazebo in the center of Shade Nest, and you can see the creatures and people gathered around, kind of waiting for the exit and the result of what just happened.
Right
The gates.
before we get to the top, I'm gonna cast guidance on Faye.
Love that.
And then the gates open up.
And I'm going to walk out casually, not hurried at all.
Yep. Just very confidently walk out.
Yep.
Just like in Spider-Man 3, just...
Yeah.
You see two of the fire newts walk forward, both with these little Yikawas, and one of them goes, "So what happened?"
Well, Captain Qatar brought us in. We talked with the Iris Queen, and we reached a conclusion. We planted the seed for her. We gave her everything she needed, and in his mind, as I'm looking at him, he'll hear, "You can send those people on their way. They're free to go."
Okay. Make a deception check.
Ugh!
You can add a D4.
I can add a D4. Okay. That's a 23.
Okay. Everyone! The fire newts turn back around. Gather in celebration, for the Iris Queen has achieved her bounty, and soon the world will be consumed by the nightmares of creatures like us. Rejoice! And everyone starts shouting and everyone, you guys all start cheering.
Oh yeah.
I just stand there like a proud dad, and then just start walking through the group. Just start walking towards the exit.
You gotta ask us if we're ready to rock and roll, and then you leave.
You can see eclipsing little specks and pieces of the sun beyond, these flying creatures kind of waving and coming in toward Shade Nest itself.
Yeah.
As you wait a moment and this celebration is being had and everyone's high-fiving each other, all these weird creatures are kind of like high-fiving and having a good time. Minotaurs are picking up these little fire newts and going, "Oh!" kind of shaking them and getting burned at the same time. The wyverns grow closer, and you see some of them start to land on edges of the walls of Shade Nest. You can also notice that the irises that are in the planters surrounding this entire area are beginning to wilt, and at a pretty rapid pace too. And one of the minotaurs turns around as you're all kind of like trying to slink toward your wyverns, and goes, "But wait, where is Captain Qatar?"
He is required downstairs to help with the preparation of the chrysanthemum so that it is in optimal condition for later.
Yeah, they're doing a
Make
lot of
it-
hard work down there.
As you can see from the irises up here, it is requiring a lot of magical power from the queen. He is down there to keep her safe and make sure that she can complete her goal.
All three of you roll a deception check.
Is guidance still active, or is that just
No,
the
it
next
was
roll?
just the
It's
one
just a
roll.
1.
Okay.
Deception is an 18.
I got a 23.
I got a 20.
Awful. You guys are awful.
They all kind of just start to nod and very calmly go, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Yeah, so we're gonna go Good luck with your nightmare.
All right, thanks. Thanks.
Good luck with your nightmare.
Bye.
See this like bear-like creature that kind of has a humanoid face, like, "Boy, I hope you find the next place you're going very well." And you guys start to like climb up onto the walls and get up onto your wyverns.
I feel bad for them.
Don't.
How about
Just keep smiling.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at everyone and be like,
It's not smiling.
I'm gonna look at everyone and be like, how much of an asshole do we want to be?
No, let's
No,
just
let's
leave.
go.
Hey,
Let's leave.
Just leave it.
No, Faye, I'm so
Okay.
close. I'm so with you on that one.
Leave.
Nope, let's just.
Leave.
We
Bye
are
bye.
making a clean exit.
As we leave, she's just gonna go ahead and throw a gang sign, and then just gonna go.
It's like, hey, that's not the sign of the Iris Queen, and they start to load these ballistas as you're flying away. Flying away. Everyone, make an animal handling check, please.
Oh god. When are we gonna become proficient with our wyverns?
Somehow, I swear that's the hardest part. It's just this.
I know. Every
No, this is
time
my
it's like,
favorite.
oh god.
Dirty 20.
13. Wait, no.
4.
12.
15.
And Quinn.
17.
Okay. So you all begin
Got all
to
the right
fly.
ones this time.
You all got on the right ones, and as you begin to fly away, Hush, what's your wyvern's name? Can't remember.
Zuki.
Oh,
Zuki.
Cosmos. Yeah, never mind.
As you turn around and throw up your gang sign, Zuki takes off, and you are like thrown over, and you're just holding on to one rein, and just holding on and facing and waving as you're flying away. You see these ballista arrows, not able to be actually fired far enough to hit you guys, are starting to.
Wait, they're actually firing at us?
Are they actually firing ballistas at us?
Show your teeth, you scumbag!
Are they firing ballistas at us? Wait, what?
I just thought that'd be fun.
Okay.
You guys panicked. And you abscond into the daylight, having dealt with the Iris Queen. On to your next part of this journey.
Oh, they're going to be very disappointed.
I really want to cast Thaumaturgy and just yell out, "Your queen is dead, bitches."
Part of me wants to cast message and do the same thing to someone, but I'm not going to.
Just one person in the crowd.
Just
gets the
one
message.
single.
Like,
Actually,
wait, what?
I choose the smallest fire newt there,
No!
and I just I put a voice on and I just say, "The queen is dead," and then as we're flying away.
Roll a persuasion check.
Natural 1.
Yep.
You hear, you guys?
Wait,
But
maybe?
no one seems to be listening to the smallest fire newt.
Poor guy. Oh no.
They're just still
Oh.
celebrating.
I'm gonna write a children's book about him.
The littlest fire newt.
The fire newt who knew the truth.
You abscond into the rest of the day, flying on Wyvern back across the desert and back to wherever it is you want to go next. And having done this, I think we're going to end our game today.
Yeah.
And for anyone who has watched this has been Halgia D&D. Please follow and subscribe. That'd be neat. And have a great week. We'll be back here next Sunday.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.